How about it, y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. I guess it's better late than never, but we're finally going to get our oats spread on our pasture today. This has been kind of put off for a while now. I normally like to do this in November, early November. Here we are, 1st of December, and we're finally getting to it. Hopefully the weather will hold off a little bit longer, give these oats some time to germinate, but we're going to get to it today. We got about 5.5 acres of oats to spread. I'll show you the spreader here in a second. But behind me, you can see our pigs are getting adjusted to the 2-wire system. They're doing good. This is actually recorded the day after I recorded our last video where I put this up and turned them into it. I've seen them get shocked several times. They're respecting it, so that's a good thing. They haven't gotten out yet, so I guess we're lucky. Behind me here, I got our Kubota tractor hooked up with our cone spreader, gravity spreader, whatever you want to call it. We've got it hooked up. We're about to throw some oats in there. I'll explain to you the seeding rate we're going to do and kind of what we're kind of accomplishing. But first, let's get this thing filled up and get out in the pasture so we can talk about it. So before we get started, I figured we'd go over what we're trying to accomplish, what we're going to be doing today. So here we're actually kind of above our stocking density between the 2 horses, the butcher steer, and all the goats. With the goats, we're below what the property can handle for us goats, but whenever you add the 2 horses and the butcher steer in on top of that, it kind of makes it a little stretched thin. During the summer, we do real well. During the winter, our forage gets eat up pretty quick. So this is just going to kind of help us out. The majority of our pastures are warm season grasses. We have patches of fescue here and there that we really want to try to promote to grow, possibly seed in the future. It's going to be a combination of a lot of things, getting our soil right, but that's another topic for another day. So today we're going to be putting in oats. We're going to be broadcasting them on our pastures, just trying to give them something else to have during the winter. In early spring. These oats, if they do germinate, they're not going to really grow a whole lot during the winter. They are going to provide some green. They'll grow, but it won't be able to keep up with the animals. But during early spring, it gives a lot of forage for the goats and the horses and the cow to consume before our warm season grasses start growing. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this stuff out at a rate of about 100 pounds per acre. What you saw me pour in there just a minute ago was 100 pounds. This is actually some stuff that we grew in the past. My granddad always planted about 20 acres in, not 20 acres, sorry, about 10 acres in oats. Every year he got somebody to combined it, and he used it to feed his horses. He gave us some to feed our horses. And in the past couple of years, I've took a couple bags of it and spread on our pasture. This will be the last year that we have some that we actually harvested. My granddad passed away a year ago. We didn't plant oats this year. We actually leased that field out. It's so far away, it's just not worth us trying to plant it. And also, we don't own a combine. And I don't know the arrangements that my granddad had with the guy that had it. But it's not something we're going to be doing. So next year, we will probably be buying our own oats if we have to. Hopefully, we do a little bit better management of our forages throughout the summer and have a little more throughout the winter. But like I said, we're going to be putting this stuff out at 100 pounds per acre. Typically, if you're drilling this stuff, you're getting a better seed contact to the soil, seed to soil contact, sorry. To the soil, so you could get by with about 60 to 90 pounds per acre. But for broadcasting on top of vegetation, you want to at least have 100 pounds, if not more. But we're going to be doing 100 pounds per acre. I've got a little more if we need to, if I feel like it's getting too thin. But we're going to try that out. This field right here we're in is right at about an acre. So we're gonna set this spreader to a mark that I've spread before. We're gonna spread this stuff, see how good and close we get it. We might have to make a couple rounds. We might have to slow that gate up a little bit to let it make it come out a little less. There's gonna be probably patches that we miss, but that's all right. This is kind of just supplementing. I'm not trying to build a golf course here. I'm trying to feed some animals. So we're about to get started. I've got about an hour and a half before dark, and I want to get all this spread today. We're supposed to have some more rain move in tomorrow, so it'd be good to get that rain on there, kind of press it down through this grass and get some soil contact, and hopefully it'll start germinating. We've got some pretty nice days coming up for us temperature wise for this stuff to germinate before it gets too cold. This stuff will grow in the cold, but it needs a little bit of warmth to germinate. So I'm gonna set the camera up probably on a time lapse right now. We'll get a couple different shots of me spreading this, and we're gonna get it all in the ground, and hopefully we'll have some growth. So let's get to it. All right, so we got this first pasture done. It came out about right. I got all 100 pounds spread on this pasture. I had to pretty much go around twice to get it all out. I didn't go over twice in the dead center, but other than that, everything got it twice. I'm about to show you a little bare spot where some seed got thrown, and I'll show you kind of how thick it is on the ground. I was happy with it. Whenever we move up to the next pasture, I'll open that gate up a little bit more, and a little more can come out. So let me flip the camera around real quick and show you kind of the consistency of it on the ground. As you can see, I think it's spread pretty well. That's about what I'm hoping for. That should be good whenever that starts germinating. I don't know if this will germinate underneath this cedar tree. Cedar trees kind of kill the soil beneath it. But that's kind of what it is throughout the whole pasture. Hopefully these horses don't find all the oats. They're gonna be moving out here tomorrow anyways. But hopefully this will take off. This is the pasture I like to do a lot of kidding in because we have the barn right there. So I really want to preserve this pasture, make sure it's good grass in this pasture and one other one close to another barn for whenever kidding comes around. So just so we have some extra forage. But it looks pretty good. You can see a little bit of oats right through there. I think it'll come up as long as we get some rain on it and get some soil contact. I'm about to go load the hopper up again, and we're gonna go spread 2 more pastures. I think I can fit 2 bags in that hopper, so we're gonna get to it. We'll get some more footage of that. So this is the next 2 pastures we're gonna do. This one's kind of small. This is the pen that our pigs were in a couple weeks ago. It's about, I don't know, 3/4 of an acre. This field right here is about 2 acres. We're gonna go ahead and knock them 2 out together. These are our worst 2 little pastures that we have far as forage goes. So we're really gonna lay it down a little bit thicker in here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let the goats out just because might as well let the goats out and let them free range so I don't have to worry about opening the gate and closing it before they get out. So we'll go ahead and open it, let them out into the yard, but then we'll be doing this pasture. It's one of our best, and up there where brisket is, it's probably our best pasture at this point. We might put it a little thinner there, just kind of see. I might use another half a bag of oats just to make sure everything's good. But we're gonna let these goats out real quick and let them go over to the neighbor's property and kind of graze for a little while. And we're gonna get these other pastures spread. We got about 45 minutes till dark, so we really need to start crunching it and get this done. been several days since we got done spreading all our oats on the field. It's starting to get dark the other day, so I didn't get to finish the video. But the next day we got a really good rain that's going to help get those oats through that canopy of the forage down to the soil, get some moisture in it, and hopefully start germinating. We had about 2 days of cold weather after I spread those oats, but now it's starting to heat back up. It's actually like 60 degrees right now, and in the next 4 or 5 days it's supposed to be about 70, 73, something like that. We are a little late spreading the oats this year. Hopefully we'll luck out and they'll germinate. If not, we didn't waste anything but diesel fuel. The oats are free. But if it does work out, we're gonna have some great forage for our animals. Normally I like to do this about the 1st of November, the latest. But this year time got away from us. The oats were at my grandma's house about 1.5 hours away, and I just never really got the chance to go down there and get them. So we got them spread on the pasture, and hopefully it's going to work out. Like I said, it's going to be some great forage for us throughout the winter and early spring whenever those oats really start taking off. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helped you out, gives you some ideas of how to create some forage when you might not have some. But I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit that like button, and leave us a comment. And we'll see y'all soon.